spiking coffee with Viagra, poking a man's nether regions with a hypodermic needle, shatting on the floor, giving a 1-year-old a ghost pepper, sending sex toys to family homes. Those are just 5 allegations against this police chief. Y'all, I do believe I've just about heard it all. Have y'all heard about the New Jersey police chief who is under fire for his horrible workplace behavior and his sick pranks? There's an alleged lawsuit against him, and y'all won't believe some of the things he allegedly did, but I've got pics to prove it. Court documents have now come out that outline and detail the alleged harassment. So 5 police officers are planning to sue the township of North Bergen, and that's due to the behavior of the police chief named Robert Farley. He is pictured here. So these are just a few of the allegations against him. This picture shows him doing one of his most favorite pranks to do in the office, and that's standing shirtless over one of his officers' desks and shaving off his body hair, and that's in order to leave a mess for the officer to have to clean up. Another nasty photo that was taken by the office's elderly custodian shows a huge shit that was planted on the bathroom floor that was left by who? Chief Farley. Reportedly, he's a 20-year-old veteran. It was said he would regularly take a crap in the upper part of the toilet, and he would also poop in front of staff. It was said he pooped outside of the restroom on several occasions. One detective in the office also claimed that the chief instructed him to clean up the piles of poop, and that was before the elderly cleaning lady got to the office and saw it. However, she still saw the piles of crap and started documenting them on her cell phone. Also, once he was promoted to chief in January of last year, 2024, it was said he also took a shat and a trash can for his replacement to find. It was said in the lawsuit it took several days of pestering the chief for him to finally clean that up. Disgusting. All right, let's change the picture because I'm sure you're tired of looking at his feces. Now, the same investigator claims that the chief forced him to do the chief's daughter's homework, and that included writing a letter for a culinary class and an essay about the evolution of policing. It was said that the chief told the detective, not to do any police work, to ignore it all until his daughter's homework was done, and it had to be to a satisfactory degree. The detective was then threatened to be terminated if the homework was not a satisfactory degree. Now, as if all of this isn't enough, officers also alleged that Chief Farley would walk out of the bathroom with his penis hanging out. He would say things like, "Hey, look, bigger than you thought, right?" But his bathroom behavior doesn't end there. It was also said in the lawsuit that he was known to scrape fluids from his underwear onto people sitting in his office. Now, I don't know what kind of fluids, I don't want to know. Okay, and you would think that was all he was accused of doing, right? Wrong. He also allegedly dumped a handful of Viagra and Adderall into the community work coffee pot. In another instance, he reportedly heated up a cup of hot sauce, and that caused EMS and the fire department to respond. It was said that he heated up that hot sauce so much that that pepper smell fumigated the air of the entire building, and it created a pepper spray effect, and it sent staff having to go outside to get air. Like, what the hell? Firefighters had to reportedly be called to clear the vent systems, and EMS had to be called to treat an officer who had a health episode during the hot sauce prank. It was also said in the lawsuit that officers claimed that the police chief told them to say that the hot sauce incident was due to a busted can of pepper spray that was in the office's armory. Using peppers as pranks was one of his favorite things to do, it was said. He also allegedly once snuck a ghost pepper into a burger that was being eaten by a lieutenant's 1-year-old son, 1 year old, and that child became sick. But it doesn't end there. He is accused of sending masturbation oil, drop the F out of B, gay pride flags, and dildos to officers' homes, and that would cause stress and embarrassment to the wives and the children. In each of the filings, the officers say that Chief Farley refused to promote them to positions that they were qualified for, and he also gave them unwanted shifts, like hours they didn't want to work. Some also claim that he, along with one of the police captains, destroyed an already approved and positive performance review and replaced it with a negative one. All of the officers also said that he would get into fits of rage where he would break stuff. Like, he allegedly once broke a TV, then once he allegedly destroyed an officer's belongings, and then another time he threw eggs against doors and walls. Like, what the heck? Why? A lawyer who is filing the suit for the officers, is hoping that the state attorney general will take the reins away from the chief and will take immediate control over this department. Now, reportedly, some people in that town are accusing the officers who are filing the lawsuit of doing so out of retaliation for cuts to their overtime by the chief. Several people in the town are thinking they did it for that at least. But reportedly, all of the allegations were sent to the local prosecutor and then the state attorney general to investigate as soon as they came to light. And so the town's just kind of waiting on that investigation to be over with. But y'all, I'm gonna say this, between all the men alleging that and the proof that they have, the pictures, I'm going to say I believe the allegations are true and they're sick. And this man honestly sounds like a little bit of a nutcase. I hate to say that, but these things are just crazy to do. Who does this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For updates into this case and more content, make sure to follow. And if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe.